Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So once again, I had to split this video in half. Now, whenever I'm filming this and I'm kind of walking through it, it is very hard for me to gauge how long these videos are going to be. I try to stick within the 15 to 20 minute range. That seems like the sweet spot. If I'm in that range, you guys tend to watch, I think on average is about 10.5 minutes, which I am very, very thankful for. Anybody that tunes in just for 30 seconds, thank you. Anybody that watches 10 minutes, thank you. Anybody that watches the entire video, likes and shares and clicks subscribe, thank you guys a million times over. But like I said, it did get a little bit long. I was able to sneak a little bonus project in hanging those baffles. So if you guys did miss the first part on how I made this custom door, you can check it out here. If not, and you're waiting to see me mount the door and see if everything works and see if I screwed anything up, then we're gonna get to that right now. So enjoy. Okay, so jokes aside, yes, these are in our Etsy store. That part wasn't a joke, but the, whole little rigmarole there. Kind of crappy day. It's snowing. We have a quote-unquote storm coming through. But the door is all glued together. It's right behind me, right here. Just real quick, to do this again, I probably would just bite the bullet and just spend 20 bucks on a sheet of 3/4 insulation. The spray foam worked good. I think though, if maybe I would have let it cure for another day or so, it would have cut out a little nicer. I still feel a little bit of space whenever I knock on the door in there, but we'll see how it works. In worst case scenario, maybe I'll just screw a piece of insulation onto the back side of that door. So when it's closed, it'll still look nice, but it'll retain some R value. But back to what we're doing now. The next step in this is to mount my hinges. So for that, we have our router. Now, because of the way I did the door casing, quote unquote door casing up there, I'm only gonna router in the hinges on the door as well as the door latch metal part. I'm not really sure what that piece is called. Because I used 1/4 inch plywood up there. So by the time I router through that, I'm going to be taking pretty much all of that off. So we cut the door down a little bit to compensate for that extra 1/4 inch of metal up there. So again, just going to router in the door hinges. We'll get them laid out where we need them, make sure they're nice and straight, trace them. And I opted to go with rounded hinges. That way I didn't really have to worry about getting a chisel involved. So yeah, here goes nothing. Okay, so the hinges are nice and flush now. We can go ahead, get this door up, do layout up top there, and get it screwed in so I can do my hole for my doorknob. Okay, so now this camera angle is going to be a little bit hard because, you know, we're 10 feet up off the ground. I'm trying to hold a door that's a 1/4 inch smaller on each side than the opening, and I'm trying to make sure my hinges are nice and plumb so this thing swings nice. So basically what I did is I just set the door in this door frame where I wanted it, and then I took my pencil and made a mark right here. That's the top of my top hinge. I measured the gap. I have a 1/4 inch gap running along the top here. So now I'm going to make a mark an 1/8 inch above this line. That's where I want my top hinge to be. I'm going to get a screw put in that to help hold it, and then I can level it and plumb it. And I'll be honest, if there's any door people out there watching this that want to give me some advice on a better way to do this, or even a better way to make a door, I'm all ears. So I know I probably should have used 1/2 inch material here, but I didn't because I'm trying to save as much space as I can. This opening is pretty small. I want to make sure that I have as much room as I possibly can to get whatever through this opening. So that's why I went with that. Other than that, any other comments, you know, advice you guys have, let me know. I'm all ears. Okay, so now bear with me. This is the first door that I've ever done. So if I make a mistake, that's all right, because I like to use this as a learning opportunity. So we're at the point now where we can drill the hole for the doorknob. So for this particular door, I want to find my center. I would like my doorknob to be centered. So 11 1/4. There's my center. A little mark for that. Then we take this little tool that I bought. Yeah, that's right, Obi, I know, but you know, it is what it is. Line that up with the center mark. All right, about there. Then you take a couple of your screws for your door latch, drop them right into there. Screw them in so that gets secured. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really sure if you're supposed to be doing this while it's hung or not. I'm not, obviously, but you know, whatever. It seems to be working so far. The Ryobi kit, they give you a couple different pieces for your hole saw. So I have this set right now to 2 3/8 of an inch setback for my doorknob. I think that'll be good. The doorknob that I plan on using is the temporary one I have on this door, and I do know it's adjustable. So with all that being said, let's drill a hole. Okay, so I went ahead and mounted the door. This is the doorknob off this door. I put that doorknob on this door as a temporary until I got a nicer one that had a regular lock as well as a deadbolt. So this one, whenever I get that one, I'm just going to transfer this up here. So I put this on so I could lay it all out. Basically what I'm going to do now is make a mark. It's hard to see right where that latch is. I'm going to make an upper and a lower mark. Right, like so. This is going to be easier to, yeah, hold on. Okay, so I traced back the lines for the upper part and lower part of the latch, and then I found center of that. So when I drill my hole now, that should be pretty much perfect where I want this to land. That way when the door locks in, it should be all nice and flush. Go ahead, get my drill up here in my hole saw and drill this out. right, let's see, does it latch? Perfect. There's a look from the outside. Okay, so yes, I know what you're thinking, Steve. That's 1/4 inch plywood. That's gonna get broken out and destroyed. So I'm gonna put that metal safety plate on here. We'll screw that in, and then we'll have drywall butting up to this, so you won't ever see any of this. Plus, there will be some trim here, you know, dressing all this up. So, not too shabby for my first door. And don't worry about that little ring right there. I'm painting this white so it matches. But other than that, I mean, hey, all you finished carpenters, let me know how I did. I always like to improve on my skill set. So by all means, shoot me a comment and let me know what you guys think. Good or bad, I like to learn. The last thing, and I don't think I'm gonna film this just because I kind of want to get this done, is I need to shut the door, make sure it's in place, and then trace a line so I can cut my door stop, which is right here, and then get some weather stripping and put that, I'll nail that door stop up inside and then put that weather stripping up against it. That way I get a nice good seal, and we don't really lose an excess amount of heat and air conditioning up into this storage area. So yeah, first door's almost done. All right, I like it. All right, folks, that is going to do it for this. Now, as you guys just saw, I went ahead and put my doorstop on, and then I put this weather stripping foam on it. That way we get a nice tight seal along the inside here. Hopefully gonna help keep that breeze or the airflow to a minimum, because whenever I shut this, like I've said, it's the first time I've ever made a door. There is a little bit bigger gap than I would care to have. However, it's my first time making a door. Learned a couple things. So I am overall, I'm very, very satisfied with the way this turned out. Now, one thing I do want to do is I need a nice sharp razor blade to do this. This weather stripping right here, whenever I go to shut the door, it's catching this edge and kind of pulling it in. So I'm just going to take a nice sharp razor blade, shave this edge off. That way as this corner of the door comes in, it's going to roll up against that foam, create a nice seal, and not grab it. But other than that, I mean, it swings nice, it closes, it locks. Obviously I can't test it for a draft or anything because, you know, lack of drywall, lack of insulation. But other than that, I can go ahead and cross this one off the list. Man, does that feel nice. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine, Josh's wife. Actually, you guys remember him from other videos, and talking about how satisfying it is to start a project, finish it, and then just look back and say, I built that. It's very satisfying. After I get the drywall and everything up, obviously, you know, I'll be painting out here, probably just keep it white. But I'm gonna paint that door the same color as that wall. So that'll blend right in. Yeah, I don't really think I want that standing out. We'll do a little bit of door casing trim around that, dress it up, and then actually I'm thinking maybe even get like a piece of diamond plate or checkered plate or something and put it right here. That way when I put my ladder up against it, it's not marking up that drywall. You see how things go for me? I get an idea, it's supposed to be like wham bam done, but then it's like, well, if I'm doing it, I might as well do this, I might as well do that, I might as well do drywall. Well, hold on now, this might look kind of neat and it would be durable. It just escalates. It escalates and it keeps growing, and that's kind of the problem that I have, is that nothing really can ever be simple. And Dad, I blame that one on you. I think I get that from you, man. But all in all, like I've said in pretty much all my videos, I'm not a trim carpenter, I'm not a painter, I'm not a drywaller, I am not a door maker. I pour concrete. So if anybody out there builds doors for a living, please give me some information on something that I could do better next time, or do something easier while still maintaining, you know, insulation or durability or whatever. I'm always looking to kind of grow and improve my skill set, I guess. I like building stuff, it's really fun, but you know, you can never stop learning. Everybody does everything differently, and with me having limited to no experience with something like this, I have a lot of room to grow and learn. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out our store on Etsy, and don't forget to pop over to our Instagram page and give that a follow. I was kind of lacking on that the last year or so, but I'm going to try doing better of updating that. But once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for the continued support, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.